Alright, hey guys, so in this video I'm going to be going over the games for the Humble Choice for October. Here's all the games listed here, and before I do so, I wanted to go over the two bundles that came out over the last week or two. This one's the One Special Day Bundle 2020. The first tier includes Surgeon Simulator and Smoke and Sacrifice. Definitely worth picking up the first tier in every Humble bundle for just $1. Second tier includes a bunch of basic games and Portal Knights along with Stronghold 2. You can get all those for $4.50. And then the third tier is at $10, and you basically just get Dirt Rally 2, fantastic racing game. And then the other bundle that came out was the Humble CI Games 2020 bundle. The first tier, a bunch of little games. Alien Rage isn't too bad. The second tier is at $7, and you get Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, which isn't too bad. It does have fairly mixed reviews, but getting it for such a low price might be worthwhile. You also get Lords of the Fallen Game of the Year edition, which is also a pretty good game. And then the third tier includes Sniper Ghost Warrior contracts. This one's $15. But again, the Sniper Ghost Warrior games have fairly mixed reviews, so you might want to look into them before you purchase this bundle. Also on the Epic Games Store, you can get, I don't know how to pronounce this one, Pikuniku. I played a little bit of it. It's pretty enjoyable, very cute and lighthearted. That's free. And then I think next week Abzu is free and Rising Storm 2 Vietnam. So definitely get the free games on the Epic Games Store. So going back to the Humble Choice. So we have Tropico 6 El Prez Edition. This normally retails for $55, although this series has been known for some heavy discounts during sales. It's a city management game set on rather large islands. You play as the island's dictator while building up your small little country through construction and various policy making. It's good fun for strategy fans. Next we have Fey Tactics. This is a turn-based tactical strategy game that is somewhat similar to Final Fantasy Tactics. If you've not played either of those, it's set on a grid where you take turns moving and casting abilities with a fairly deep level of strategy involved. Not to mention the graphics look fantastic, so I definitely recommend the first two games. Then we have the Sunless bundle, which includes Sunless Skies and Sunless Sea. These are both Lovecraftian exploration survival games with some great storytelling, and overall it's a rather satisfying adventure. Next up is Iron Danger. This is a type of tactical adventure game that tries to give an element of strategy alongside real-time combat, while also having a pretty enjoyable time manipulation mechanic. Definitely recommend giving this one a shot. We have Autonauts. This is a very cute and extremely addictive colony automation game. It's simple yet very complex, and it's a joy to play for anyone who enjoys creative or management style games, and has a fair bit of programming to really optimize the automation as well. Super addictive, definitely worthwhile. Then we have Shadows Awakening. This is an isometric action game. This game has been bundled many times in the past. It retails for $40, although it does have very mixed reviews. The main complaints with it is that the controls are just not very good, and there's a lot of backtracking involved and a bit too many puzzles for an action RPG. But rather interesting game, especially getting it for a low price in this Humble Choice. Then we have Fantasy Blacksmith. This is a medieval weapon making simulator. It's not too bad, just not a whole lot there to keep you entertained for very long. It's also a bit difficult to understand what you're doing at the beginning, and it's hard to make sense of things without using a guide. Then we have The Suicide of Rachel Foster. This is a story-driven adventure game. I'm personally not a big fan of these style of games. It mostly involves just walking around a bit, doing a variety of puzzles, and if you just want to explore and experience a good story, this might be worth diving into. Then we have Goat of Duty. This has also been bundled plenty of times in the past, but this is a silly multiplayer first-person shooter that somewhat reminds me of Quake, but with goats. It's surprisingly fun for what it is, and you'll surely get a few laughs out of it. Next up, we have The Uncertain Last Quiet Day. This is another point-and-click adventure game that's been bundled before. Personally, not a big fan of this genre, but the graphics are decent, and fairly good story, I suppose, but it does have mixed reviews, so might not be worth your time. Moving on, we have Basement. This is a rather interesting crime management game where you build up an underground business doing all sorts of illicit activities, although some complain about it being rather one-dimensional and it's a bit too challenging as well. Final game on the list is Light Matter. This is a first-person puzzle game where you use light to stay out of the shadows. The shadows will kill you, so you have to be careful when navigating throughout the game. It's surprisingly fun, and the story behind behind it is very interesting. So I definitely recommend that one. So those are all the games for the Humble Choice. Again, you get to pick all 12 games if you're part of the premium or classic plan. The best games in my opinion are probably Tropico 6, Fae Tactics, Autonauts, maybe Iron Danger, and then perhaps Light Matter. I was a little bit disappointed with this month just because a lot of these games have been bundled in the past and some of them have fairly low reviews, and really don't like to see games with low reviews being put into a Humble Choice, especially considering you're paying between like $12 to $20 a month for this service. But yeah, some good games thrown in, especially some newer ones that I was really interested in. And then also, if you guys want to help support me in this channel, there will be referral links in the description below. Really appreciate anyone who decides to use those. And just keep in mind that the one special day bundle, you can get it in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, but there's some decent games in here, especially if you're missing Dirt Rally 2. And then the CI games bundle also has some decent games. Sniper, Ghost Warrior 3 for $7. And then also don't forget the free games. Always good to have the free games on the Epic Game Store. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of what you think are the best games in this month's Humble Choice and what you feel about it overall. So thanks for watching and have a nice day.